In question number 30, they're asking us which inequality best represents the graph. A few things to remember is the following. If you have a greater than or less than without the line, that means that you need to use a broken or dashed line. If you have a greater than or equal to or a less than or equal to, because they have that line that means equality, we need to use a solid line. Because this graph has a broken or dashed line that eliminates F and H, then we're going to check if G or J is the right inequality that represents this graph. Let's start with G. When it's written in this form, in standard form, then I can find the slope by doing negative a over b, and I can find the y-intercept by dividing c over b. In this case, a is 4, this would be negative 4, and b is 7. C is 49, divided again by 7. Well, 49 over 7 can be simplified to 7. Once we have this information, we're going to try and see if it matches our graph. Since the y-intercept is 7, and the graph is crossing at 7, the b checks out. Let's check the slope. The slope is negative 4 over 7. That means that from the y-intercept, I'm supposed to go 4 down and 7 to the right and get back to the graph. So let's try that. If I go 4 down, I'm at 3, and then if I move 7, I don't get back to the graph. So then the slope does not match our graph. That eliminates G as the solution, but let's try J. The slope is found by doing negative a over b. In this case, a is negative 7 over 4. The y-intercept is c over b. In this case, is 28 divided by 4. To simplify that, 28 divided by 4 is 7. So we check. Is 7 the y-intercept of our graph? And it is, just like before. But this time, the slope is negative 7 over 4. That means that I'm supposed to go 7 down and 4 to the right and still come back to the line. So if I go 7 down, I get to 0, and I move 4 to the right, and I am back on the line. That's why the answer is letter J.